South Korea is one of the greatest success stories in human history, but it is now facing a terrifying new reality. It might be the first modern nation to disappear, not from war, but from choice. In just 60 years, it rose from the ruins of war to become a global superpower. Samsung, Hyundai, K-pop, a nation that conquered the global stage. But behind the glittering skyscrapers, a dark record has been broken. 0.65. That is the projected fertility rate for 2026. It is the lowest ever recorded in human history. To put that in perspective, for every 100 grandparents in Korea, there will be only 6 grandchildren. This isn't just a crisis, it is the first documented case of a modern nation choosing to go extinct. South Korea is the canary in the coal mine for the rest of the world. Today, we go inside Hell Joseon to find out how one of the world's most successful countries started to die. To understand why Koreans stopped having babies, you need to understand how they became rich. In 1960, South Korea was poorer than most of sub-Saharan Africa. The Korean War had destroyed everything. The government made a desperate choice: industrialize at all costs. For decades, Koreans sacrificed everything. They worked 16-hour days, 6 days a week. Entire generations gave up their youth building factories and global conglomerates. It worked. By 2026, South Korea remains a dominant top 15 global economy. But this miracle came with a hidden price tag. The culture of extreme work never evolved. Success became synonymous with sacrifice. Koreans learned that to survive, you must give everything: your time, your health, your youth, to the company. But when a society optimizes 100% for growth, it leaves 0% for living. They built a world-class economy, but they forgot to build a world where people can actually afford to have a life. In Seoul, a modest apartment can cost over $500,000. For a young couple, that's not just a mortgage, it's a life sentence of debt. So they delay marriage, then they delay children. Eventually, they skip both. But housing is just the entrance fee. The real cost of a child in Korea is education. South Korea spends more on private education than any other nation on earth. Parents pour up to $2,000 per month per child into hagwons, private tutoring centers that run until midnight. Why? Because the pressure is so high that parents don't see a child as a joy. They see a child as a multi-generational investment they cannot afford to lose. The average cost of raising a child from birth through university? Over $300,000. A recent survey asked young Koreans why they aren't having kids. The top answer was money, but the second was more haunting. I don't want my child to suffer the same life I did. When success makes people afraid to bring children into the world, something has gone deeply wrong. Young Koreans have a name for their reality: Hell Joseon, and it all peaks with the Sunong, the 8-hour exam that determines your entire life. On Sunong Day, the country stops, planes are grounded, the stock market opens late, police escort latecomers with sirens blazing. One test, one day, everything. If you fail, society labels you a loser. Korea faces Sunong suicide cases every year, teenagers who choose death over a second attempt. This pressure is killing the youth. South Korea has the highest suicide rate in the developed world, and it is the leading cause of death for those aged 10 to 39. Young people are giving up on the NPO generation, giving up on dating, marriage, home ownership, and dreams. When a generation stops dreaming, the nation stops growing. Then there is the silent revolution of Korean women. Traditionally, they were expected to do it all, work full-time while carrying 100% of the housework and childcare. Today's women are saying no more. Enter the 4B movement. 4 no's. No dating, no sex, no marriage, no children. For these women, a stroller isn't a symbol of family, it's a graveyard for their careers. South Korea has the worst gender gap in the developed world, with women earning roughly 31% less than men. For mothers, promotions often disappear. They become invisible. So women made a choice. If society won't change their expectations, they will opt out of society's future entirely. They aren't marching, they're just leaving quietly. The consequences are here. Schools are closing. The military is shrinking so fast, the government is debating drafting women just to fill the ranks. By 2050, 1 in 3 Koreans will be over 65. The government has poured over $280 billion into fixing this with baby bonuses and subsidies. It failed. Why? Because you can't fix a cultural collapse with a check. You can't bribe people to have children in a system that burns them out before they hit 30. Life in Korea has become a race where the only way to win is not to participate. South Korea succeeded too hard. It optimized for growth and forgot to leave room for living. Now, the most educated generation in Korean history might also be the last. This is a warning for all of us. Japan, China, Italy, Germany, fertility rates are falling everywhere. Korea is just the first to reach the edge. It forces us to ask, if wealth doesn't lead to more life, what is the point of being rich? The Korea of K-pop and Samsung might not exist in 100 years, not because of war, but because of a choice. Can Korea find a reason to live again and not just work, or is it already too late? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more stories like this. I'll see you in the next one.